Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Oddballs. Our dear friend Eddie Hill, Octopimp, he's running behind. He's stuck in his own personal hell known as LA traffic.
What do you mean? He looks great.
This is the best he's ever looked. It moves.
Eddie, are you okay?
Now he's a zombie. Oh! Wow, why is that the coolest thing? Can I replace myself with a better drawn moving version of me? I feel like that would be better for everyone, really. Hold on. Is that you? Is that you, JP? Hold on. 3, 2. Yeah.
Today's gonna be amazing.
That's a word.
I want to know. Is this what behind the scenes while we're doing this? Is this what JP does all the time? Is just sit here and find weird ways to do things to us, because that is awesome. Hi everybody, welcome back. Let's start this thing off right. So, Morgan, Ken, Elspeth, last time, can you sort of describe what occurred? Or more importantly, what do you think happened last time for those who are watching who might have missed? Any guesses of what, of like, just a quick summary. Where do we stand in the world of Oddballs?
We were duped. We were gypped, Jesse. We were gypped. And
were you?
Yes. There are clones everywhere named Alistair Wolf, and they're trying to take, of course, and they're trying to take the balls away from the kids, and they all just want them for themselves. It's pretty obvious.
I mean, that's true. Ken, what do you think of this Alistair guy? Because you've been with one of them for a long time, but you haven't been with the other that everyone else has. What are your thoughts on your Alistair? I mean, you are all with him now.
Yeah. Well, he saved me, so I kind of like him in that sense. But then, I don't know, because we never really get we get enough answers to make us ask more questions, right? Well, that's sure. Okay. He hasn't done anything to us directly other than shoot at Samantha. He didn't shoot her, just shot at her.
Who wouldn't shoot at Samantha? Samantha's trouble. Samantha's trouble.
But I mean, I trust him as far as I don't think I have any other choice right now other than to trust him, because I saw him throw like a dude 15 feet through a door, so he's got us.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about who this guy is. And then there was this other dude, and he was, I'm not sure what. What do you think, Elspeth? What was going on in that car with other Alistair?
So other Alistair seemed to Fern, he seemed really trustworthy, and that he only wanted to get them to safety. But he was also very focused on the orbs in particular. He was like, well, we've been studying these for a very long time, and we need to know how they work. And so when Fern gives him the balls, he doesn't really give them back to her, so she remains invisible. And that's a little bit like, why did he do that? Well, I'm sure he's got a good reason for it, and maybe he just wants to know how they work better. Maybe.
Sure.
But he's still okay. He's all right. He's better than the British guy.
Morgan, you had a look at your face that was like,
I did not like when he did that. That was just rude.
What? Yeah. What?
I'm glad he
outside
got hit
of
by
your
a car
character
and died.
Outside of your character, we don't know that he's dead. Outside of your character, what do you think of these two Alistairs? Who do you trust? Who's the man that you think is actually trustworthy?
Neither of them. Neither of them are trustworthy. Both of them are in it for themselves. We cannot trust either of these people. I mean, they both just want the balls. None of them are making a priority to get Fern from not being disappeared anymore. They just seem to want the balls.
That's
No one's
true.
really kind of put that forward.
Sure.
I don't know.
So currently, who is in possession of the balls? Right now, Fern has them, yes? Both of them?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah. If she's visible, then yeah. Because she
And we
stole
are in
them
the-
from other
The pocket of
Alistair's
the guy
pocket.
who was unconscious, knocked out
Yes.
on a steering wheel. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good move.
I lived.
Oh, what?
Hey!
Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm here. What happened?
We're recapping last week.
Recapping, more like recrapping. Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm here.
Oof.
I'm here.
Yeah, you grand entrance. Nailed
Oh,
it.
this man.
I'm
Wait.
here. I'm here for some goofs. I'm here for some role playing. I'm here.
Time out. No, time out. Stand up a
What,
minute.
we're timing out?
Stand up a minute.
Okay.
Stand up yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to see what your shirt was. It's great.
Oh yeah. No problem.
All right, we're good. We're fine. All right, so the way last week ended was a hit and run ? From British Alistair, grabbing all of you, getting you into his van, and then leaving. You're in his van, driving off to who knows where, but you all made the choice that it seemed like he was the safest one to be with. Meanwhile, American Alistair, in his black sedan, is met by helicopters and secret agents ? And they are all now on the hunt for you guys as well. Who is the real Alistair? Who knows? What you do know, what the audience saw at the very end, is sort of like the movie-esque TV show cliffhanger bit, where it's like he enters a name into the computer, but it's not an Alistair. It starts with something different than A.
So
Yeah.
what for clarification, the Alistair that we went with, as in Eddie and Fern, was was not giving us a name that he is putting into the computer.
The name
He
that
was
was put
giving
in the
us a
computer was
different name.
put in by American Alistair. And
Okay.
American Alistair put in a name that could be his name. It could be the other guy's name. Was he searching? Was he typing in a passcode?
We don't know. Okay, we don't
You don't
know.
know.
Okay.
No one knows, but another name was put in there. And that's sort
Okay.
of where we left off. So when we begin, it is nighttime still.
Okay.
And you are driving out of you've passed through the city limits and are now in the countryside. And there are various crops passing you in the night, but it's hard to tell what they are. It's very dark, and there are no more street lights, just the lights of this car. The weird, slightly glowing overhead light that probably should have been turned off in the back seat, but is still on for some reason. And it's like a nice orange glow. And then the headlight lights of this car as you drive down the road. Alistair's in the front seat. All of you are in the back. Is there anything you talk about? Is there anything you try to do as you proceed? Or are you just along for the ride? You have no idea where he's taking you, and he is driving like a bat out of hell to get away from whatever the hell that was. The man has a gun, obviously, and also Clarence may or may not have a weapon still. So
He does.
Fern has the balls. Samantha, Eddie, what do you guys do? What happens right now? What is the plan?
Does he seem like he's in a talkative mood? I mean, we can ask.
You can try.
Those,
You can certainly try to ask him.
who are those guys back there? They were pretty scary.
I don't know who they were, but we just need to go. And he
Where are we-
keeps looking forward. He has not turned back at all to talk to you. He's just talking and looking forward, driving very, very fast.
Are you afraid of them? Should we be afraid of them?
My dear, I definitely think you should be. If they are like the others I had a run in earlier when rescuing Clarence here, I definitely believe they are up to no good.
Or decide how bitchy I should be.
Do it,
You know
girl.
what? I might make you roll for the bitchiness on this, depending on the situation. Because everyone is a little shaken up, I think. But it's your call.
So like, why did you rescue Clarence? Was it to get to the balls? Is that why you did that? Or is there something
yes,
special
my
about
no,
Clarence?
my dear, there is. He looks over at Clarence. There's something special about all of you. All 4 of you were gifted these balls. It's the reason why I've been following you. If it wasn't for that, you would have lived normal lives and had a very normal week, trust me. But this is where things have changed, and I need you, and I need those balls.
So you were following us before this happened?
I was following you from the fair, yes.
How did you know?
I was told to do so. I just do my job.
You were at the
On.
fair with us? Like you saw us like in the fight and everything?
Oh, I didn't see the fight, but I definitely heard it. I was eating a funnel cake at the time.
Oh, she did, Jesse.
Oh, was it good?
It was adequate for American food, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the funnel cakes are really good.
Fern just looks down in silence.
Did you see Clarence in the trash can?
No, I didn't see Clarence in a trash can. Although, Clarence, you were in a trash can.
Yeah. Yeah, they put me in a trash can, but I got out.
Who
Hey,
put you in a trash can, boy?
The what were they called?
The originals.
The originals, yeah. The unoriginals.
Oh,
Well,
goodness. And who got you out of the trash can, Clarence?
Samantha did.
That's right.
He looks back at Samantha and he looks at Clarence and he gives Clarence a little wink. He's like, "Good for you, boy."
Yeah. This guy.
He's an old softie. He truly believes Clarence can make something out of this.
No chance. Ship has sailed. While you guys are talking,
Yeah, no, I don't think he understands exactly how betrayed Samantha feels.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's old. He's an old man who just has a heart of gold. He's fine.
Yeah.
Does he have a heart of gold?
Is he? Does he have a heart?
I don't
of gold?
know.
I thought you let something slip, but apparently not.
I don't
as far as we can tell.
What do you want to do? I mean, we could try to put some electricity through that ring of Clarence's.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask Jesse. I don't know how long we'll be traveling, but for Clarence to get his mind off what's happening, I'd be wanting to fidget with the ring, and maybe if I can make a roll or anything and time spin on it, maybe get something out of it we haven't gotten yet.
Or the cigarette
Sure.
lighter.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can try whatever you want. It's still on your finger. It's still glowing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to try and explain what that is to Eddie or Fern, because I feel like if you just pull it out and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna mess with this thing," I don't know. It's your call. You tell me.
Cool.
Yeah. I was just thinking about outside of character, like different things to try out the balls, like smacking them together and other stuff like that. And I was like, well, maybe the ring is connected somehow. Maybe it's like a thing. So I'll turn around in the seat and like hold up my glowing finger that's on my ring. Hey Fern.
What you got
Touch
there,
this to the
Clarence?
balls. I'll take the ring off and like hand it to you. Or like just show it to you. You can react however, but yeah.
What
I
does
think it has
it
like this
do?
glow in the middle. Is it still glowing in the middle?
It is. It's still glowing. There's a weird blue glow.
If you stick metal in it, it's like a flashlight. But if you put it on your finger, it's like X-ray vision on your finger.
You mean like I get X-ray vision if I put it on like Superman?
Yeah, you can see through your finger. That's as far as it goes, just your finger.
Oh, I thought I could like see everybody like naked or something. That'd be
Maybe.
cool.
I haven't figured it out yet.
Well, here, just put it on my finger.
All right, now we'll try to slide it onto her finger.
Yeah, you put it on Fern's finger, and Fern, when you look down, you see a glowing red finger, much like Clarence would have seen, except inside you see no bones.
Wow. Does this just take away all my bones or something?
I like reach back and like squeeze her finger to see if there's any bones in it or if it's just like jelly.
There's definitely bones. You feel bones. You feel like it's hard. It feels like a finger.
That's,
Do I
That's
not have
weird.
bones in this finger?
no, you got bones. I can feel them.
I mean, I don't recall ever breaking a bone. That'd be real cool if I didn't have any bones at all. That'd be so cool. Here, can you take it though? It's making me nervous.
All right, I'll take it back off.
Thanks.
Eddie, you see this go down. Is there anything you notice about this exchange? Is there anything you want to add to it?
Have you ever had like a bonectomy or something in your finger?
What the hell's a bonectomy?
It's where they take the bones out.
I've never had any ectomies.
That's not a thing.
No, I think it is.
Okay, well, she
think-
would know if she'd had one probably, so we're
Well,
probably safe.
Maybe she was really little, because like when I was really little, my mom said that one time I got stuck in a pipe and it took like 3 days to get me out, but I don't remember that happening. So maybe she had it and then just forgot about it.
No, I'm pretty sure I've never had anything like that.
No, okay, then.
Yeah, my mom would have told me like, she told me like there was this one time where I sat on a hill of ants and they just crawled all around and I actually like jumped up because they was in my pants, it was in my overalls, and my grandmama was like, "Oh, that's you got ants in your pants."
Ants in your pants, son.
Yeah, that actually happened, but I don't remember it. But they say it did, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't hold something like a bone apple tea like that for me.
Yeah, a bone. Well, just let's write a bone apple tea down, and then we'll see later if maybe it's a possibility. I mean, just it's throwing it out there.
Okay, can I do maybe an investigate roll or?
Sure. Yeah. What do you want to investigate? Why Eddie is such an idiot?
I think that was just made clear with the pipe thing.
Yeah.
Lovely,
What do you want to investigate?
I guess the ring on her finger. Weird, she has no bones. You could see Clarence's bones for sure.
Well, yes, you definitely could see Clarence's bones. You couldn't see it on Fern. What about the investigation would you like to do? Like, what specifically are you investigating? Besides the concept of it doesn't show her bones. Is there like what is the process? What are you trying to do?
Trying to figure out why it doesn't show her bones.
Okay.
I'm really trying to figure out how to turn this whole situation into a weapon of unreasonable force, which we can yield against all foes in our way.
All the Alistairs? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All the Alistairs.
Also, would like to make her not be invisible all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can definitely get started on that. So let's do let's do an investigate roll, and I'll if you nail this, let's do a 2 because this is something you've never seen before.
Okay.
If you nail this, then we'll go from there. You can try again if you like.
I only have 1 though, right?
Right. At this moment in time, you only have 1 luck.
Okay, I think I'm gonna hang on to that.
I was gonna say, am I able to assist her at all to help lower the success rate?
Yeah, let's see here. I will because here's the question. Does she want your assist?
Oh yeah.
Can you help her with the emotional state the two of you are in? Does Samantha want your assist? Would she be fine if Clarence reached over and started to investigate with her?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like at this point we're in this situation together.
Sure. Okay.
I'll just spread terrible rumors about his sister as soon as we're done with this situation.
All right.
Wow.
That is a popular girl thing to do. So, yeah.
I mean, that was my inside voice. I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah. Let's do a roll and let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a 2 for you as well. Great.
Nice.
So Samantha, you start to look over this ring and you can't really figure out how it works or why it works or what the glow is or how a lighter could have possibly caused this blue aura, this weird chemical reaction in the middle. You just don't, it's something sciencey, right? It isn't magic. It's science based. You have no idea how or why. You don't know how a lighter could have done it. Clarence, when she's looking at it and sort of moving it around, you hear like a like it makes a noise that sounds like a hum. Something like there's something mechanical or something of a machine-based nature inside the ring. There's something moving in the ring.
Okay.
You just don't know what. You would have to rip it open somehow to figure it out. But there's something in the ring that is either circuits maybe, or it is widgets. You don't know, but it's making a noise. There's something in there that is actively working.
Okay.
And you
So we need,
detect
like,
that.
electricity or magnets or something.
That's like,
Well, here's the question. Clarence, do you want to share that information with Samantha?
Yeah, I'll like actively like speak it out as it comes to me. Like I hear this, and I think it may be like mechanical or something.
Okay. Yeah, Samantha, what do you think?
Trying to think of what we have available to us in the car. We have a cigarette lighter. We have a lighter.
Do you want to look around? You
yeah.
guys can search the back seat.
Yeah.
Do you want to get everyone involved, or do you just want to do it yourself?
Fern's in the back seat with us. I think
Everyone is in the back seat.
I'm gonna not say anything.
So you're just gonna do it yourself?
I'm just gonna start looking around and kind of like gesturing to people, but I don't want to say out loud like, "Hey, we're gonna investigate," because I don't want Alistair to notice.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like,
let's do two rolls here then. Let's do a first we're gonna do an investigate for yourself. So if you can roll, nailed it. So you see a ton of stuff in the back. You notice lots of things to work with. I'm gonna need you to do a lead roll, and this will be a 2. Would you like to re-roll that?
No.
Okay, so you tried to point around to everyone at all these amazing things that you see that are definitely probably going to do things to this ring. The 3 people around you, Clarence, Eddie, and Fern, have no clue what you're talking about. You pointing at stuff, the 3 of you, it looks like she has lost her mind. What do you do?
You guys watch MacGyver?
I kind of wait, she's just like pointing at stuff?
No, she's looking and she sees things, she's like, and then she like looks up another thing.
I start doing it too, like in beat. I'm like, yeah.
I'll like turn and try to look at where she's pointing.
She wants to make a margarita.
Samantha, none of the people around you understand what you're doing. In fact, it's only making it worse because Eddie, while headbanging, knocks one of the things you notice out of the way and it rolls. It's like a small little pipe and it rolls to the back of the van. And so it's just nonsense in the back. And Alistair looks back at you guys and like sort of smiles because on the radio is still that smooth groove channel. And he's like, for a brief moment, he thinks the kids get him. Do you continue, Samantha, or do you try to verbalize what you want to do?
Is there anything in my range, in my arm's range?
Sure. Yeah. You can't get the lighter because that's clearly in the front seat. You could try, but it would require literally going past Alistair to do so. Around
it's in my purse, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the like
cigarette
from the
lighter.
car.
Yeah, the cigarette lighter. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I thought you were referring to. Your lighter, you're fine. You're fine. Around you, besides the seatbelts and this ridiculous sort of what was once a chair that is now folded down into a bed couch ? In the back seat. there is the blanket that's over it, which is a weird floral print. There is the fasteners that are holding it in place. They're metal hooks that hold it into the walls of this Vanagon. There
Yeah, we know
are
those.
pillows. There are just imagine it's like the most hippy dippy car that ever existed. In the back there are those bead curtains that cover the windows in the back. There are on the door handle there are little trinkets hanging down, and then at your feet there are all sorts of wrappers and empty beer cans and like various trash that you can see. You'd have to dig through the trash, but there's all sorts of things down there.
I guess I'm digging in the trash.
Sure.
No, I want that
So
pipe.
all right, you start digging through the trash.
Okay.
Fern, Eddie, Clarence, Samantha is once again digging through trash for reasons that are unknown. What do you do? Do you ask her? Do you help her? What do you think she's doing?
She's trying to
Fern
be quiet.
immediately helps her.
Sure. All
I
right,
need to-
Fern, what do you think you're trying to help?
Here this it's Big Red. You like Big Red? This is a really good soda. I don't know. Is this what you're looking for? Maybe. Okay, no. Here's some newspaper. Oh, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Steve?
I'm looking for metal.
Oh,
For the
Clarence,
metal.
what do you
if you wanted to get metal, I could tell you. I mean, there's some good suggestions. I mean, obviously, you got Priest, you got Black Sabbath. I mean, what are you looking for? You looking for power metal, like Viking metal, like new wave,
there-
British heavy metal? What do you?
Is there some pipe metal? Is that a type of metal? Some pipe metal?
I mean, I think there's some cool stuff coming down the pipes that we haven't heard yet, but I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't
stuff-
really.
Stuff coming down the pipe, Eddie. Sometimes stuff
Yeah.
comes down the pipe.
Well, I mean,
Clarence,
you never know.
Clarence,
People are writing new stuff all the time.
Clarence, you see this travesty before you. Yeah, what do you do? What do you do to help this situation?
I was gonna say, don't even make like a comprehend roll to understand what's going on right now.
You can make a comprehend roll. Yes, I'll definitely allow that. Yeah, make a comprehend. This is like perfect. I was about to say it's a 2.
Okay,
You definitely figure out. You put 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, we were looking at the ring, and earlier we put stuff in the ring, and Samantha is now looking for new things to put in the ring without alerting Alistair. You definitely figure this out. However, you are the only one to figure this out. Eddie and Fern are still. Eddie's still rambling about metal. Fern is still picking up random garbage and just showing it to Samantha like she is an animal, like a pet who brought home something and is really impressed with what she's done. But none of it is helping you, Samantha. None of it. Clarence, do you sort of key in and let Samantha know that you understand and you're going to help her? Or do you just go to it as well?
I'm gonna like, if she even looks over there and give her like an okay, like I get it or something, and then just start looking myself, whether or not she understands
Okay.
what my okay means or not.
Sure. Samantha, do you acknowledge that? Do you like see is okay?
I do, and I'm so relieved that somebody here is on the same page with me that I forgive him like this much.
Perfect. So the two of you start digging through. Eddie, is there anything you want to add to this, or are you just still rambling about metal?
I mean, she asked the question. You know, I
Sure.
mean, what was coming down the pipes? I mean, metal is changing all the time. You know, I mean, what was metal back in, you know, the 80s versus now? There's always stuff that's coming down the pipe. You never know what the artists today are going to make. It's crazy.
So
I can't
Eddie
wait
is
for
rambling about. No, go for
Sorry.
it.
I was gonna say I can't wait for Weird Al's new album to hit. It's gonna have some metal stuff on there.
It's true.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Eddie, you are rambling to the point of being incredibly unhelpful, but the metal pipe is still behind you. So unless they can convince you to get it, it is like behind your seat. Unless they want to scramble under your seat, there is no way that they're getting to it. Fern, you're digging through trash. Let's do let's see what a good Fern roll on this would be. Let's do a a investigate roll for you to see if you find anything that might be like unintentionally helpful.
Okay.
You don't know what you're looking for, but anything you might find that would be unintentionally helpful. Sure, you dig through this trash and you pull up what appears to be some tinfoil, and you sort of show it to Samantha. Samantha, do you think tinfoil is useful?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Sure. So you take Fern, she takes the tinfoil from you. Are you just like really excited?
Yeah. She wasn't intending to find anything. She didn't know what she was looking for. But if Sam is happy with her finding, then yeah, absolutely, she's on board.
Okay. So there is now tinfoil in your hand, Samantha. Is there anything else that you want to dig around for? Do you want to keep looking, or do you just want to test that right away?
I want that pipe.
That pipe.
Would Fern be able to go under Eddie's seat if I mean, could she fit under there maybe?
It's possible. She's tiny.
Well,
She could
yeah.
fit more than the rest of you, I will say. But it's still a seat. Like it's still
Yeah.
it's if you imagine the back of this van, it is the front. Well, the whole van is the two front seats, and then this weird ass fold down bed couch thing that is made out to be like a bed. So perhaps Alistair's been sleeping on it. I don't know. And then there's one other seat in the back, like a long bench seat in the back, and it is rolled under that. And it's now basically back where the trunk would be. So it's rolled all the way to the back.
Would you be willing to go back there? I don't want to send you back there for like nothing.
Just ask her.
All right. Hey, you know, I dropped my earring, and it rolled like all the way to the back of the van. Do you think you could go get it? It looks like a pipe. It's like it's this really cool kind of earring. Like the kids are wearing them. Like it looks just like a pipe, but it's my earring.
I don't remember you wearing a pipe.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll
And
go
then
get it.
you can. Yeah, thank you. Looks like a pipe.
Uh-huh. Look, a pipe, like a old like grandparents' pipe, like where
Like
they.
that thing I got stuck in when I was a kid.
Yeah, just like that, but tiny for like mice.
Tiny.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
What if I can't get it?
And just come back. It's not a big deal. I just thought because you're smaller, you could fit better.
Uh-huh.
I would really
Alright.
appreciate it. Okay.
Pipe earring. Okay.
All right. And then Fern turns around and tries to like clamber on back there.
Sure. Fern, you start reaching up under the seat. Eddie, you're sort of sitting in this seat in the back of this car, looking down at Fern as she's like pushing your legs out of the way to get up under your seat for something. What do you say anything to her?
What? Can I help you?
Oh yeah, I'm just looking for an earring. Okay.
Earring. Can I
mind your own business.
look? Can I like look down there?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to look down there and help her.
Okay. I look down and can I see what she's looking for?
I mean, you're looking for an earring, I guess? It depends.
Yeah.
You only have the knowledge she gave you and what Samantha said about a pipe earring.
Yes. My question is, when I look down, what do I see?
When you look down, you see sort of a dark crevice on the side of the car. And there's like some trash down there, but you'd have to really get down in there to look.
Okay, I'm really getting down in there to look.
Okay. The two of you see a bunch of stuff. You see what appears to be a latch of some sort. You see some more random garbage, and you see this long metallic object.
Oh, I don't see an earring, but I see a pipe.
I think I can reach it. I don't know if it's just right there.
Fern, I'm gonna need you to do a body roll. Let's do a sneak. Because
Sneak.
at this point,
Okay.
because at this point you are literally trying to sneak past the eyes of a. Alistair's
Right.
watching all this happen, right? So it's not. You're all in the same car. It's not like this is. So you.
Did our luck happen to reset or no?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
You
never
only
mind.
have one. So
Yep.
you don't sneakily get it, but after a lot of clanging and clattering and a lot of noise, and even you kind of hit Eddie's hand out of the way as he tries to reach for it too, you eventually get it.
Oh man.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's covered in like earwax or something, but here, Sam.
Ew.
Amazing. Thank you. This is amazing. Okay.
Yeah. I hope it helps you with your fashion.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lied. I just wanted the pipe. I was trying to be sneaky. Yeah, sorry.
I was trying to be sneaky too, but I think I made a lot of noise. Sorry.
Okay. That's all good. Okay. So I'm going to hand it to Clarence. For the
Okay.
ring.
So you hand the pipe earring to Clarence,
Yeah.
and do you keep the tin? Right now you have tin foil and a pipe. Do you give both to Clarence?
Sure. I feel like I'm in my head. The tinfoil says protection to me for Fern somehow. Like we could wrap something. You know what I mean? But we can try it with the pipe for sure. I mean, you
Sure.
know.
Okay. So, Clarence, you have now a ring, a pipe, and some tin foil.
Yeah.
What do you do?
But before I start using that, there's one thing I wanted to ask you. You're talking about the light.
Sure.
Is there a light on the roof of this van? Like one,
Yeah,
like
it's
the
one of those
plastic
overhead
cover?
lights, and there's a little crappy plastic thing over it, and it's almost faded out, or either the light is dying or the covering is, like it gets kind of grimy or whatever sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's just an orange hue instead of what would normally be
Okay.
a bright
All right.
incandescent
So
light.
it's on, which means the bulb's gonna be hot too. All right. I was
Yes,
wondering
it
if
is on
I'd
for
be able
some
to
reason.
open that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I
can
open
definitely
that and then
try.
maybe use the light bulb? Yeah. Can I like with the stuff in like one hand, like if there's a little tab to open it up to change the light bulb?
Yeah, sure. Let's do a. I don't know. Let's do. Oh boy. Let's do a tinker roll.
Okay.
So you're gonna try and. So no. You reach up and touch it, and it's very, very hot.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
can come up with another strategy, perhaps we could try and open it. But for the moment, just with your bare hands, it's very, very hot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll come back to that. I can like maybe use some paper or something to try to like insulate it. But anyway,
Sure.
so I'll take the ring, and first I'll take the tinfoil and kind of like roll the tinfoil up into a little point, and then slide it through the ring.
Sure. You take the tin foil and you slide it through the ring, and it makes a very, very bright light that shines out onto the road. And Alistair turned back. She's like, "Watch it!"
Like turn it outside the window to the side.
Yeah, and it shines out onto what is a now very bright cornfield.
Okay.
This thing is bomb.
So if I let go of the tinfoil, does the tinfoil fall out or does it like stay where it is? I'll let
Do
it
you
go.
let go of the tin foil?
Yeah, yeah.
Let go of the tin foil. It stays exactly where it is. It does not move.
And
It
like turn
is
the ring
in the
to where it should fall out and it still stays in, like this.
It still stays in.
Turn around and be like,
Okay. What do you do next?
Well, one thing
Does
when I
anyone
turn
have
it up
anything to
and
say? Does anyone say anything to this insanity that is just happening before your eyes?
So it's like a super bright light. Is what I'm understanding.
Yeah, when Clarence turns it up to see if the tinfoil will fall out, it not only doesn't fall out, but now there's a bright light on the ceiling of the van. And it is bright, like the back of the van lights up, like it's daytime.
Whoa, Jim! What do we? Where did you get that?
Alistair gave it to me. Like, run my hand over the light to see if there's like any heat coming off of it.
There's
Hey!
no heat.
Alistair, give me a cool flashlight or something.
Alistair looks back and he's like, "Earn it, Edward, earn it."
I'll
Do
pull the tinfoil
stuff.
out.
think you have
So,
to
all
beat
right.
him in fisticuffs or something.
Oh man. I mean, I could probably take him if I really try. But I don't want. Listen, I don't want to. Just start fighting everybody that shows up. I mean, but I could.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Totally.
So,
I think we
Anyway,
should try the pipe, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say take out the tinfoil, and then if the light goes out and the tinfoil's not burning me or anything, then see if the pipe will fit into the circle of the ring.
okay. So you try to fit the pipe in, and it barely, it like sort of scrapes into the ring.
Okay.
And you're kind of forcing its way through. But this time, for whatever reason, no light shines through the opposite end out away from you. Instead, the light comes back through the pipe down into a very small line on the floor of this van. And it's a very
It's like
small, like little tiny white, very bright dot.
There's no smoke coming out of it like it's burning or anything.
It's not. No, it's
Okay.
you can put your hand in front of it, but it is not.
Right.
It doesn't appear to be hot.
Okay.
What
Whew.
happens when we turn it on to Fern? Like, does she look different?
Oh, the light and turn it towards her.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you do that?
Want to burn her?
Yeah. If you ask out loud, I'll turn it to her instantly. As soon as you ask. So
You
yeah,
do
I'll
that,
turn
Sam?
it and see if Fern what she does.
Okay. You turn on Fern, and the little white dot goes right through her. You see the what appears to be a complete. If the circle's like, I don't know, this big, perhaps, you see that through her, and you see the trunk on the other side.
Me like take it away. Oh God, are you okay? Did I just like shoot a hole through you?
Is that, did it just burn a hole through me?
Listen,
No, you
okay?
look fine.
Am I okay?
You look fine. I mean, that
I'm
wasn't
gonna-
fine, but you look fine.
I'm gonna throw this back out here for a minute. Are you sure, like 100% positive that you're not a ghost?
No, I'm not 100% sure, and that's why
Yeah,
I'm so
me
scared.
either.
Because maybe okay. Wait. What if I put the balls in my lap, and then you try shining it like right where I was, because I'm gonna
Balls?
disappear.
Oh yeah. Good call.
I just want to see. I just want to see what happens, and maybe what if it's like the opposite, where it like stops where I am, but since I'm not there anymore, it's gonna find me anyway, because I'm gonna not be a ghost anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, all right. And then she drops balls in her lap, so they're like touching her overalls, and there's no like skin contact with them.
Okay. You start to fade as you let go, and then by the time they reach your lap, you're like gone. But the balls are literally just floating. Like to everyone else, it appears like they're floating. You then choose to shine this light on where she was. Is that what you want to do?
I want to shine it to where she was, and then after seeing that, I want to shine it onto the balls directly. Just see what happens.
You shine it to where she was, and it is just a bright light on the back couch sofa area of this Vanagon. When you move the light down to the balls start to glow, and it reminds you very much of that cave and the glow that they had in that cave when you first saw them. They start to get very, very bright, and to the point where it almost becomes a little unsettling because they light up very quickly. And Alistair, you now notice he hasn't said anything, but he is definitely looking at you guys through the rearview mirror and watching what's happening.
Okay. Well, as it kind of gets really bright and scary, I'll take the light off of that. And I have like flashbacks of all the dead people that are in that room, and we don't want that to happen.
And the balls immediately quickly go back to just being the metallic luster they had before.
Does Fern see this?
Fern, you have
Does she see
seen
them glow?
none of this. You have
Okay.
seen the minute you let go of the balls, you are in the back of a van by yourself. There's no one driving this van. It is just moving. You are alone.
Terrifying.
Whoa.
You are
Does
completely
she see
alone.
the
minute you
balls?
let
Does
go.
she see them glow or react to
The
anything?
balls are in your lap.
Yes.
The balls do not glow. They do not react. You have seen nothing. Everything that you have, the minute you let go, you're in a very dark, very quiet place in a car that was moving through darkness. Maybe. You don't know.
Ugh. Well, she doesn't see anything happening, so she's going to grab them again.
Sure, you pick up the balls and like that, poof, you're back into reality. And everyone is
Snap
looking
back
around
to
terrified
reality.
about what. Yeah,
There's
snap
one.
back to reality.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone is completely and totally panicked for reasons
What
you don't know,
happened?
Fern.
What happened?
The light made the balls glow real bright, like when we found them. Remember, like all the dead people were.
Oh God. Yeah, they didn't do anything. I was just sitting in here, just by myself, like in this car, just with nobody here.
No,
it
we
was real
couldn't see
freaky.
you. We couldn't see you though.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
It
that
only
usually
works-
happens if I take my hands off of them. So
Yeah, but I was hoping the flashlight would let us find you. You know, if we lost the
Yeah.
balls. We
Yeah,
can't,
that
we
was-
can't find you.
that's what I was thinking too. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it didn't seem to work.
Okay. You know what? Hey, British guy, what the hell are these balls? What do they do?
As you ask him that question, the Vanagon begins to slow down and pull off the road. And you find yourselves, as you look out into the darkness with the headlights facing straight ahead, a field with a driveway that leads to nothing, like a mound of dirt in the field. And he turns back to you and says, "In a few moments, I'll answer the question. But first, we've got to hide. I don't know where those men who are following you are right now, but I guarantee they're trying to find us. So if you'll just come with me." And he steps out of the car and opens the door. And what you see in front of you through the darkness is what appears to be just a mound of grass in this field and a driveway that leads around to the other side of it. And he starts to walk towards it and sort of beckons you to come with him.
Tell me there are like giant power lines in this field too.
There are none that you can see. It's very dark. You can try to
very dark,
investigate
okay.
to see, but there's just a mound of dirt.
Okay.
It looks like a mound of dirt with just like a hill. But you'd have to investigate to see. It's very dark right now. And he turned off. The car is off. So he's just walking ahead down this dirt road path that is there.
I mean, what's our other choice?
Yeah, I don't
Let's
see
get
any
out of
We
here.
ain't got none. We ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're dead.
Yeah.
You guys have been the best friends I've ever had. And when he does line us up to shoot us, I just want you to know I'll go first.
And she gets out of the car.
That's
Right.
very brave of you, Fern.
Yeah, I'll take the ring off the pipe and like hand the pipe back to Samantha. Here's your earring,
Okay.
and get out.
So you guys step out into the darkness and you close the Vanagon door behind you and start following Alistair around this road to this hill. Is there anything you want to do as you're walking? Or do you just want to follow him?
I've been wanting to touch this ring to these balls since we started, just to see if anything happens.
Sure.
Hey, Fern, can I just to see? Can I touch the ring, the balls, to see if anything happens?
Yeah.
And I'll just like take the ring off and just like set them on top of both of them, see if anything occurs.
Yeah, the minute you do, the glow in the middle vanishes. It's now just a normal ring.
Oh. Well, shit. Samantha, can you light this thing back up?
Yeah. Gotcha.
So as you all, you hand it over to Amanda, and as you all walk over, she's just sitting there with her lighter on this ring, just humming to herself, trying to get it to glow again. And it takes a little bit longer than it did before, but it comes back on.
What did you expect to happen?
Well, I didn't think it would like suck all the energy out of it, but it did.
Oh.
Maybe it's doing that to you. Maybe there's like some energy that's making you invisible, and the balls is like sucking that energy out of you, and we can see you.
Or maybe we just have to charge them.
The balls?
Like batteries?
Yeah.
Maybe the magic was inside us the whole time.
Where's the
I
shoe?
hate you, Eddie. I hate you so much.
You know,
So on that, you guys turn the corner, and what you see is roughly equivalent to what we as living now would associate with a hobbit hole. I don't know at this point in time, most people would like have a mental image of what a hobbit hole is, but for us, it's like a hill, and there's a door into this hill. And Alistair walks up to it and opens the door, and he points to the four of you and is like, "After you."
I'll go in.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll go in.
I'll go too.
Sam, you're the last holdout, and Alistair looks at you,
I'm going.
just-
I'm going.
patiently waits, and follows you in. As the door closes, lights pop on, and it is what appears to be a very modest home. There is a coffee table in the middle of this room, several chairs around, a kitchen set on one wall, and on the other wall is what appears to be a very makeshift like laundry setup, but we're talking like the little like vat of water where you have to like scrub it on the laundry, like the washing board thing, like that's there. It isn't a washing machine. And then there's a hallway that goes away from it, and he walks through all of this, what seems like a lovely home kind of thing, walks through all of it down the hall. He's like, please follow me.
I'll continue.
Sweet pad.
He's like, thank you, it's not mine. He keeps going.
Did we just break into someone else's house?
No, it's a safe house, my dear, very safe. And he just keeps walking.
Okay. I sure feel safe right now.
Yeah, well, I'm glad one of us does.
While we're walking through, just like looking around, does it look like anybody, like a fight happened here? Or is it like just someone is used to live here and they just don't now? Like, is it dusty, stuff like that?
Do an investigate roll. If you
right.
if you get I'll give you this one before you do it. If you get
Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
You can re-roll again, and I'll give you the conditions of a re-roll of what you would detect.
I got 2 luck left. Well, it's listed on here. I think I do.
Yeah, you do.
I'll use 1, and then I'll wait on the roll so you can actually DM. Sorry.
Sure. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So if you roll a 2, you will detect whether there's been a fight or it looks like things have been moved, that kind of stuff. If you roll a 3, I'll tell you something crazy.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You will notice something super crazy if you roll a 3.
Damn.
You don't.
But I really want to know
anything.
something super crazy.
Can you roll again?
I have
He has
one more. But
re-roll. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But if he uses it, then he has nothing when it comes to a situation where he could get a condition, which could be bad.
Mm.
Yeah. This. I want to know what the crazy stuff is, but I'll. No, I gotta know. Use my luck. I gotta see.
Okay.
Come on, investigate.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, that's so funny. That's
Out
one
of-
of your best abilities too. That's
I
bad
know.
luck. So,
Man,
yeah, you notice nothing. You don't. Everything appears to be normal, but it's because everything also appears to be roughly from the 50s or 40s. It definitely seems older than the modern marvels that the 80s provide.
Yeah. Is it? I guess one thing with the one, do I get any vibe of like this being similar to the van at all, like in theme?
It is not similar to the van at all in theme, but it is definitely a before your time location.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I will continue on after all that wasted rolls. Damn it.
So you walk down this hall, you follow him, and when you enter this room at the end of the hall, it is a big black open space, but in the middle is what appears to be a glass or some sort of polymer chamber. And you can't really tell what it is, but it's see-through. And in the middle of it is several chairs, a table, and that's it. And he opens the hatch on this glass room, and he goes, he opens it and points for you to get inside. He's like, please get inside. I'll explain everything in 1 minute.
What? Why do we have to get in the box before you explain it to us?
Yeah.
He pauses and he looks down. He's like, fine. This is a quantum containment unit. I was advised to bring the four of you to it after your incident in order to stabilize whatever I could. And while you're in there, I will explain everything. But for the moment, I need you to get inside before it's too late.
Too late for what?
For you, my dear. For you.
I know. You've spent a lot of time with us and you've explained absolutely nothing. You've been trying to get us into this bubble that you won't tell us why. I'm not going into a bubble. You don't seem to care that Fern disappears.
I specifically care that Fern disappears. This is me trying to help, but I need you to get inside. Look, Samantha, when you get into the business world, you will realize there are certain things that you need to know and certain things you don't need to know. And I, unfortunately, am one of those don't need to know people. I do what I'm told, and I do it very well, but I only do what I'm told. And I'm told to take you to here and put you inside of this because it's going to help you.
Well, apparently you
Please.
needed to know more because we're not just going to get into a weird bubble. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Make it good.
Whatever is happening with Fern isn't about ghosts. It isn't about spooky things.
We'll see about that.
It's about science, Edward. Whatever she touched in that cavern set off something with these balls that we do not yet understand. And if you could remember what happened, possibly we could figure out how you ended up like this, dear Fern. But something is causing you to fade in and out of this reality. And I do not know what, but I do know that we will do everything in our power to help you. But first, we must figure out what is going on with you.
Why don't I just go in then?
All four of you were present. We cannot take any chances that perhaps they are linked to your condition.
We're not letting you go in by yourself anyway.
Yeah, there's no way
We
we're
go
just
in
letting you do that
together.
yourself.
We go in together or we stay out together.
When I walk up a little bit, does it look like there's any locking mechanism on this door at all? Or does it look like it can be pushed open from the inside?
No, it's like a little circular, like where you have to, like wheel it open and close, and it's from the outside.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, how long do we need to stay in? Because this is it's scary.
I truthfully, Clarence, I do not know. When you're inside, I will contact my handlers, and we will see where to go from there.
Oh, F no. What? You're putting us in a cage. How
do we know this is we're not going to get turned into like vegetables or something?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have my word, I will not turn you into a vegetable.
Okay, but
Fern,
if you
I'm trying to help you.
If you do, I want to be a radish because they're the coolest vegetable.
You have a good point. Yeah. Okay.
You are a radish. And he turns around and goes over to the corner and turns on a light, and you see the entire room now illuminated, and it's just an empty room with black walls and a white floor. And then in the middle is this little box area.
Wait. A room
What
with
did it-
black walls and a white floor. Is this roughly the same size of the room that Fern was in her alternate
you
dimension?
Would you like to roll to investigate that?
Yes, I would.
Sure. Yeah, you investigate. See what you get.
Fuck, Fern!
You can't tell. You
You're
can't
the
tell.
only
It's
one
the
that
same.
saw that room too. It sucks.
Yeah. Crap.
Clarence will go ahead and step into the box. He trusts Alistair.
Sure. Clarence, you're the first one in, and it's just a box. There's very
Clarence, you
it sort of deadens the sound from the outside, but seems like a normal containment room if there ever was a normal containment room.
Yeah, and let's walk around and look around just to see if there's anything, but I'm assuming this is just like plain glass with nothing at all.
Sure.
It probably can't be broken.
Yeah, no, it definitely has the look of glass, but it doesn't necessarily have the same like reverberation properties as glass. Like it doesn't like if you hit it. Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Clarence, try the tinfoil.
Oh, the light? Yeah. Then I take the ring and then like shine the light and see if the light exits the square. The bubble.
I mean the light does not. It goes to the wall of the square, but does not get beyond that into the dark walled room.
Okay.
Ooh, that's so creepy.
The last thing I want to just see, is there anything connected to this at all, or is it just this?
There's no
machinery hooked up to
wires
it?
or any. There's nothing connected. There's no like weird cords or anything going to it. It's just a
Right.
box with one hatch to it.
It's that role play sense is tingling off the charts, but Clarence will
Sure.
stay in there.
For the sake of specificity, there are what appears to be grates in the ground, but they look like air vents rather than like drainage grates.
Okay.
So air's being pumped from under this box.
It's all the way on the ground, so this isn't like up on a pedestal or anything.
No. They're like on the floor.
Gotcha.
If you wanted to, you could cover one and block the air from coming in, but I don't know why you want to do that. But you could.
How big are these? Are they like? I'm thinking escape wise, like if we had to pull it out and try to jump in there or something. Is it that large or?
It is something that Fern could probably squeeze into, but the rest of you are just too big.
Okay, well, I'll make note as I see it and
Sure.
sit down on the floor.
So you sit. All right. So you sit down. There are chairs and a table, but you sit down on the floor.
Yeah, I'd sit on the floor.
Fern, Eddie, Samantha, what do you do? Clarence has gone in.
Hey, where's the bathroom?
Eddie, Alistair looks at you and he's like, "Oh, Edward, you couldn't have gone when we first got here."
Well, I didn't have to go when we first got here.
Okay, the rest of you sit tight. Edward, follow me. And he like turns around and walks down the hallway and beckons Eddie to come with him. Fern,
Okay.
Clarence, Samantha, you guys are alone in this room right now.
I turn my head back to them and I'm like,
Oh man. Okay, so he's gone. And just for tell us one more time, was there anything that was like a switch he turned on and that was it in this room? Other than the
Switch
square?
that turn on, there are two switches. One turned on the lights to the box you're in. One turned on the lights to the bigger room. And that is it. Those are the only switches. Everything else about this room is a big black, like almost perfect square with a white floor and then this box in the middle. And that is it.
I mean, it is like a jail cell. It has jail written all over that thing. But I don't know what else we're going to do.
This is like aliens all over again. Like, what if we get experimented on or something? Then we can't get away.
No. They could blast us with anything in here. Although
I
they're not
know.
taking...
Be like hamsters.
They're not taking. He's not taking away Clarence's ring, though, which either
Yeah.
means it's not valuable or they're trusting us.
I don't know.
The
He's
light
also
didn't-
not
Likely.
taking. He's not taking the balls away either.
The,
Yeah,
the
that's
light
true.
didn't go through the wall, so I think everything inside is just negated anyway. I don't think we can affect
Yeah.
anything once we're inside. While I'm on the floor looking at the table and stuff, is it look like it's been like screwed together, like it could be disassembled in some way if we needed to, or is it?
It's
plastic?
just a standard wood table and standard wood chairs. Screws there. Yeah, it's just everything that was in here looks like it was built during like even this entire house bunker question mark looks very World War II era.
Well, I trust Mr. Alistair, but if you guys think this is something bad, Fern, you should just disappear and run away. Maybe you can get out and find someone else to help us. I don't know. I'm out of ideas.
No way. I don't even know where we are. I mean, I think I don't know. I want to trust him. I really want to trust him, but I just don't know him. I'm just too scared.
This is the only tip we've gotten of how to get you back. So I don't know what else to do other than this.
Well, you know what, Clarence? If you trust Alistair, then I'll trust him too. And she goes into the box.
Okay, then I go right after.
All right, Eddie. Meanwhile, your plan, whatever that was, you are
Okay.
now back in the main area, and there's a little tiny like curtain, and Alistair pulls the curtain aside and points to what is essentially a bucket in the ground. And he's like, "All right, there you go." And he turns his back to you and waits for you to do your business.
Okay. While we were walking, while we were walking towards this rest area, did we just go back the way we came?
It's literally back the way you came. So where
Okay.
you came from is one long hall from that box room. The hall is the exact same as the room you just came from. Black walls, white floor, but the minute you step out into this main area, wood panel flooring, pictures on the walls, it looks totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the exact same place you just came from.
Okay. Okay. I mean, cool. I don't have to go anymore. I'm fine. Sorry. False alarm. My bad.
Alistair sighs and just, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've dealt
I'm
with
sure.
children before. It's a thing. You have to go, then you don't have to go, then you have to go later. If you have to go, just go.
No, it's fine. It's cool. I mean, I'm not super, comfortable. I don't want to, catch anything from this area, so I'm fine. It's cool.
He looks at you and he's like, Edward, I'm pretty sure it's been sanitized a few times.
Yeah, it's better safe than sorry. I thought I had to go. I'm good. Can hold it for now.
Oh, all right then. He takes you and leads you back to the box, where now all the people I assume you were trying to save are inside the box waiting for you.
Oh.
Cool. All right. Guess I'm getting in there.
Yeah, so you join them inside the box, and Alistair walks up to the latch and closes it on the four of you and spins the crank, and it seals tight. And he walks up to the side, and he presses a button on the door, and you can now hear his voice on the inside. And he says to you, all right, so the first thing I need you to do, Fern, if you be so kind, release the balls to one of your friends. Give them to whoever you want, I don't care, but release them to one of your friends.
Absolutely not. The deal was we get in the box and you tell us something.
My dear Samantha, I'm about to. Fern, release the balls to one of your friends.
No. I'm about to?
He looks away from you, Samantha, and looks directly at Fern. It's like, Fern, please, I'm not trying to hurt you, but I need you to trust me on this. Samantha is unfortunately a teenager and thus unbearable. I need you
I
to
think she's
help me.
unbearable. I think she's pretty great.
Of course you do. You're 13, Fern. Please. Please.
Well, all of a
Release
sudden you
the
got
balls to
real
one of-
condescending.
Yeah.
You know what? I've had up to here with this right
Okay,
now, and I'm
Dad.
simply asking you to hand the balls off to someone besides yourself.
Okay, Clarence, here, take one.
I'll like move the ring away and like with the other hand take it.
Yeah, you take it, and Samantha, you are still there. You have not vanished.
Hey, it worked.
Alistair looks at Samantha and he's like, see?
Oh,
Patience.
give it a rest.
All right, this progress. It's progress.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll take the other one.
Sure, you take the other one, and Fern is still there, and Jezebel is still there with her.
Oh, I forgot about the dog.
I forgot the dog.
Yeah, Jezebel's there. Jezebel's with you guys. Jezebel is with you. She has not vanished either. Yeah, she's been following her. There is nothing. You have not vanished at all. And Alistair like smiles and like bangs on the glass a little bit. He's like, it works. Wonderful. See, this is what they were talking about. By putting you in this chamber, we've stabilized the quantum field, and somehow you're still here. There is hope for you, Fern. We just need to figure out how to help you.
Okay, great.
So does she have to stay in the box to stay here?
I just don't know. But I'm going to need to contact my handlers and figure out exactly where we should go from here.
While you're doing that, can we also just test and see if she can get out and stay here? So, in the name of science, let's do some experimenting, man.
Unfortunately, you have to stay here for now. It's best for her. But I will be back. I'll just be in the other room. You've all seen the other room. And I'll be contacting my handlers. And he turns around and walks down the hallway. You guys are now alone in this box.
We're still alive, so that's a good sign, right? I think. I don't even know what alive is anymore.
Yeah.
Where'd this dog come from?
Oh, it's Jezebel. She's been here the whole time.
Jezebel.
She's real friendly.
Who's that good girl? I mean, I guess we could just experiment. We could slam the balls together. We could heat them up. Bren and I could cause lightning and thunder to rain down upon the sky in a terrible cataclysmic event. I mean, that's always fun.
Damn, we did that once, and then you took your hands off of it.
Well,
It almost happened.
What almost happened? Well, Eddie almost got hit by lightning. That I remember.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie was safe because he was by the tree. And that
Yeah,
tree
the tree was
protected
safe.
him.
You guys summoned lightning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
dude.
sacred tree.
We were about
Sweet.
to rain hellfire everywhere.
Hellfire?
It's gonna be bad. Yeah.
You guys pissed off a storm god or something. I don't know.
We should try it again.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that was
let's
some
try it
serious
again.
girl power.
I mean, why not? We're in this cage. What if it lets us out of the cage and
Yeah.
and then it destroys everything, except the food in the fridge because I'm real hungry. I hope it doesn't destroy the.
I am so hungry.
Yeah,
me
right.
too.
Definitely going to
honestly.
Clarence's house after this.
Oh yeah, get some pies.
Yeah,
There's some funnel
get some
cakes.
pie.
All right, here.
You
Let's
try
let's
to
try
put
this.
the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
All
show
right,
you what
so
we're
what do you-
doing, Clarence.
Yeah. Describe what you're doing to Clarence, because this is the first time he's ever seen it. What are you about to do?
Okay,
Okay,
so
getting the
how do
balls.
we do this?
The balls were in her hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Yep.
put my hands on top of the balls. So it was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you put your hands on top of the balls in her
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
And nothing that you can detect happens in this room.
Okay, so I don't hear anything, but you never know. Could just be
True.
storming outside.
yeah.
He had to push a button for us to hear him, so I don't think we can really hear anything in here.
I bet he's like monitoring us from something.
For sure.
So you just put your hands over the balls and you become Thor?
Yeah.
The lightning kind of went where it wanted to go,
Uh-huh.
except for the tree, but we didn't really control it so much, which is kind of why I take my hands away.
What if we like Captain Planet this thing? We all do it. Do we think we can like really blow it up then?
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna Captain Planet it.
Hands in.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
You all put your hands on Fern's hand. And you don't see storms. You don't see any lightning. But you slowly start to feel a rumble. And it begins to shake more and more.
Well, I feel it.
Happening. It's happening.
More.
I knew it. The music.
From
magic was inside of us all along.
From down the hall runs Alistair, screaming.
Oh, I think he's pissed.
What are you doing? And he like opens the hatch and runs in and swats your hands. The balls go scattering across the floor.
No.
What the hell, man?
He is furious, and he pulls a gun out on the four of you and tells you to get in the corner.
Whoa!
Okay.
What?
Sorry,
what are you doing? You have no idea what you've just done.
We don't do anything.
We're just trying to think us out.
He holds the gun pointed at you, and he reaches down and picks up the balls off the floor and slowly backs out of the cell and locks the four of you back in and walks away.
Son of a bitch, we're so close.
You said we could trust you. Pull a piece on us? What?
You can trust me. I'm not sure that I can trust you and your curiosity.
What was that, man?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah.
Awesome, right?
I'm not sure exactly what that was, but I want you to know that directly above this building, if anyone's looking for us, they know where we're at now. And he turns around and walks back down the hall.
We're gonna get saved, y'all. We're gonna get saved.
That was amazing.
He said we have to stay in here, but he just took the balls out of the quantum thingy.
We still have the ring.
It's fucked up. Oh, yeah.
I think we should light it on fire some more.
You do still have the ring. You do still have a pipe, and you still have the tinfoil. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to stay in here anymore.
Do something with it, Clarence. You gotta save us.
Well, it just makes like a flashlight. But there's some grates down here, and Fern, I think you can fit. If we can like use the pipe, maybe to get one of the grates open, maybe you can like crawl out of here and get us out.
What if we wrap the pipe in the tinfoil, or we put the tinfoil in the middle of the pipe? Because the tinfoil seems to make it huge, and the pipe makes it small.
But it doesn't give you off any heat or anything.
I know.
I don't know how that thing works. So just do whatever you got. You can do whatever you got to do, I guess. And I'll try and fit in the grate if we can get through.
We get the grate up.
You definitely can try.
Yeah, Eddie, you should try this out.
It's screwed in.
Screwed in.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Much as I would like to, I don't think I could tear a grate out of the floor. Not the Hulk. Yet.
You could certainly try. It'd be a 3. If you hit a 3, you could tear it up.
Is the pipe long enough to like get leverage, or is it like a real thin thing that'll bend if he tries to use it?
The pipe's long enough for leverage, but it's too big to fit through any of the grating in this hole.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the ring does more. We just got to figure out what it does.
Why don't we all, since it was different with everybody, I mean, Clarence, you put it on, and then I put it on, and I had no bones. What if we all try putting on the ring and seeing what it does to everybody? What if it does something different? What if it gives us, like, powers or something?
It does the same thing to me and Samantha. It probably did something different to you because you had the balls, but you can try it now. See if you have bones. I'd take the ring off.
Yeah, what if I have bones again?
She puts it on.
Yeah, you have bones. There are bones in there.
Yay!
It gave you a
bones are
reverse
back.
bonectomy.
Wow,
Yeah.
a freaking
Yeah.
reverse bonectomy. I mean, that's a deal.
I'm very glad that we were able to make this happen together again. Eddie, have you tried on the ring?
No, let me try it. I put the ring on.
Eddie, you have bones.
Sweet.
Yeah, you definitely
Wow.
have bones.
Cool. Nice.
Okay, maybe we start trying combinations of tinfoil and pipe and ring.
Sure, yeah. How do you put it together? In what ways do you put it together?
Okay, so I'll wrap the pipe in the tinfoil and try that. I will
Like the
try.
Like the tip the light comes out of.
Yeah, and we can also try making a cone out of tinfoil. We can try putting the tinfoil in the middle of the pipe. We can
Yeah, that's
try.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So which one? Yeah, where do you start? Which one do you do
We're
first?
trying
What
all
is
of
the
them. Okay, well,
Let's-
which one do you want me
Yeah,
to try
which one?
first?
Where do you start? Yeah, what's the first one?
Let's try sticking the tinfoil in the middle of the pipe while it's lit up, just to see if it
Yeah.
even like holds it or not. If it just drops through.
Sure. As you put the tinfoil in the center of the pipe, it kind of blocks out the light, and you get a bunch of refragmented lights, little tiny mini spotlights going everywhere. You could try and roll the tinfoil and put it in differently, but if you just cram it in there, it just little tiny beams of light. It's just
Yeah, I wanna,
blocking the
like,
light from coming.
Roll it into like a little mini doobie and stick it in there.
Sure, yeah. So you stick it inside. It starts to fall out the other end because it's too
Yeah.
small.
Mm.
You can block it with your finger if you want and try and do that. But when you put it in, what happens is it goes all the way down the pipe to the glowing bit and then sticks in the glowing bit as it did before. And if you move it, it will not move. And the tinfoil is like sort of poking out the back. So
Yeah.
right now what you have is a ring, the pipe coming out of the ring, and then the tinfoil all the way at the back end of this pipe, sort of sticking out the back of the ring.
Mm.
What comes out the back side of this pipe, the long end of this pipe, now is not just a white light. It is something that is a very strange orange color. Something that it's like a blood orange. And it is very bright. And
Mm.
when you shine it on the walls,
Table.
it actually goes through the walls.
Ooh.
And
If
now
we
it is
point it at
shining.
the. Sorry.
Oh yeah. If you point it at the walls to the bigger room, the way it works is on the glass that you have, it's orange, but on the outside black walls, it's white. So it like
Okay.
diffuses as it goes through the room.
And again, just to test it, like point it at the wooden table. Is it like look like any heat's coming off of it or smoke or anything happen? Have we made a
No
laser
heat, no-
yet?
No heat, no smoke. But
That's what
when you shine it on the table, it goes the red light or the orange, the blood orange light is on the table, but underneath it on the other side, you see a white light shining through the table.
Ooh.
What if you pointed at each other? What happens then?
Yeah.
Who wants to volunteer? All right.
I'll do it.
Okay, all three of you stand in the line, and I'll just hit all three of you and see if it passes through.
Yep.
Okay.
Hit me.
So as you pass it through all of them, the orange bit stays on the part of the body that you shine the light on, but behind them, you see a white light on the black wall beyond the box.
So it goes through everybody. Oh, man.
Does it sting or anything?
You do not, it's just a light. You don't feel any of it.
What happens if I
about
hold the
the
ring up
green?
and look through it while I'm shining it on them? Can I see anything?
Sure. Well, you see in front of you a big piece of tin foil,
Yeah.
but as you see through the ring and through the pipe, what's beyond, what you can barely make out is definitely not what is in the room.
Oh shit.
Whatever you can see, which is blocked by tinfoil and very hard to deduce, is definitely not the room you're in.
And Fern, look through this. Does this look like where you go whenever you disappear?
What? Okay.
So again, there is in the major portion of your vision, a piece of tinfoil that's black and like smudging your sight. But beyond that, Firm, give me a investigate roll. Let's
God
see
damn
what
it.
you can figure out.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on a second. I think roll 20 is pooping out on me. You said investigate?
Yep.
This is gonna be bad. I can already tell. Give me a second. I had to reload it. Okay. Here we go.
Nope. You cannot figure out what this is either. It just doesn't. Whatever you're looking at is something you do not recognize, but it's also very hard to figure out what it is.
I don't know, man. I can't see nothing. There's just a bunch of tinfoil in the way. I can't tell.
Try pulling the tinfoil out and see if it still works.
You pull the tinfoil out, you look back through it, and you just see the room with everyone in it.
Nope. It's just you guys.
Hmm.
I don't know. I couldn't see nothing.
But it was different with how I like take a look through and see the difference.
Yeah, you look through, and it definitely is not what you saw earlier. Whatever it is you saw is not what you're seeing right now. What you're seeing right now is just everyone in the room through a ring.
Huh.
You can get someone else and have them try. Different. Eddie and Samantha have not tried it yet.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I'll put the tinfoil piece back in there and pass it around because I'm sure everyone's curious.
Sure. Who do you hand it to first?
I'll give it to Samantha first.
Sure. Samantha, you have this in front of you. It is, like with everyone else, a piece of tinfoil blocking most of your vision, but you definitely see something that you know in your heart of hearts is different from what, like, the area around you. If you were to open both eyes and look through, it would not be the same thing that you are seeing. There's something very bizarre on the other side of this ring. So let's do an investigate and see if you can figure it out. Yeah. Whoa. You definitely recognize that not only is it not the same room, whatever you're looking at appears to be a cave of some sort. And it appears to be dirt walls and appears to be something that is not recognizable as being this room, right? It is definitely a cavern of some sort. I would like you to do a comprehend roll and see if you can figure out what this could mean. I'm going to give you that one. You recognize this cave as the cave you originally found the balls in.
All right, because I think it's the cave where we found the balls. I mean, it's definitely a cave. So I'm going to look everywhere, like up and down and around, like 360 to see if I can see any landmarks or anything like that.
Sure. You look up and down and around, and as you look down, you see what appears to be skeletons. Many, many skeletons.
So it looks like I'm above the skeletons, like floating above it.
Nope, they're at your feet.
Okay.
You are standing amongst the skeletons in jumpsuits that you recognize from earlier.
All right, so it's definitely the cave because I'm seeing the skeletons in here at my feet.
Why would we see the cave?
From before, like the cave where we found the stuff?
Yeah, so I hand it back to Clarence. ahead.
We're not in a cave. We're not in a cave. We're in a room.
Yeah, but so I don't want to hand it to Eddie because, well, no, I mean he was okay with the skeletons, right?
Clarence was the one not okay with the skeleton.
Yeah, it was Clarence. Okay, so I'm
That's
gonna hand it
Clarence.
to Eddie, and I'm gonna say, okay, look down. Look, see. Can you see the skeletons?
Okay, I look down. What do I see?
You see through, even though your vision is mostly blocked, you still make out what is definitely skeletons in jumpsuits.
Oh, this is where we found the magic shoe.
Yeah.
You see the shoe anywhere?
No, wait. Can I see the shoe?
I think we took it out of the room.
You look around and you do see
there's
many
another
shoes.
one.
You see many shoes on many skeletons. That's for sure.
I don't think anything's jumping out at me.
So,
Why would
so
the,
it
why would
is
the ring let us see back to where the balls were?
I don't
Wait.
know, guys. I think this is the room. This is the place. This is the but it's like not the room, but but it is the room.
That room was like out there by the fair.
Maybe it's
Wait.
different
But
times,
It is the
different time periods.
guys. This is the room, but it's also not the room. That's super crazy. It's haiku.
That's haiku, yeah.
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Thanks.
You
It's a
suddenly,
haiku.
What do you mean different times? Like
Yeah,
back in time?
Yeah. Maybe we're time traveling.
How cool would that be?
But
If we're time traveling and this is the room that room is, are we gonna die in
Not
here?
good.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
kill
I'm,
her.
I'm,
We're wearing normal clothes.
And everybody in there had
Learn-
jumpsuits on, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Fern,
We were
you
totally
suddenly
safe.
notice that Jezebel is walking around you, the four of you, and in a sort of a panicked circle, trying to find a way out. Something has definitely sparked Jezebel's animal instincts to run. Something is wrong with Jezebel.
what's up, girl? What's up, Jay-Z? Are
She-
you okay? You okay?
She's not even paying it. She just wants to get out of this room.
Okay.
Something's wrong.
The more you look into this ring, the more you start to look around with it, the more upset she gets.
She doesn't like that. She doesn't like the ring. Something's wrong.
Okay. Maybe we should just put it down and see if she feels better about it.
Yeah,
Like Eddie's
you
got right now.
put the
I'll put it down.
put the
on the
ring
table.
down on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put the ring down on the table. The table starts to shake.
Okay, pick that up.
The table stops shaking, but Samantha, in your hands, the
Okay.
ring is vibrating. Whatever that noise was, whatever you heard from Clarence before, it now it's a physical thing. It isn't just a sound anymore. You feel it vibrating in your hand.
Was all right. Well, let's see.
Can I light it on fire?
What I wanted to try to see if maybe I need to roll for it is if the ring itself was like vibrating on the table, or if just putting it made the entire table vibrate itself, like the energy transferred to the table.
No, it made the entire table shake. It wasn't like a. It was like a,
Yeah.
a little bit of a shake. Yeah.
Put it,
Just leave
put
it
it up
there and
against
see
the
what
glass.
happens.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Sure. You put it up against the glass, and the glass starts shaking. It doesn't break, but it starts shaking to the point where you can actually hear something outside. And what is outside, what you hear, sounds like gunshots.
Do we all hear
Uh-oh.
this?
Um,
Does everyone hear the gunshots or just Clarence?
Everyone, you're all in the room. You all hear the gunshots. It is not
Okay.
just like bang, bang. It is like a firefight. Something is happening outside.
Oh, shit.
Oh man,
Sorry, Alistair.
Oh, man. Maybe we really weren't supposed to do anything with the balls.
Well, he should have said not to. It was not.
I mean, he could have at least warned us, like, hey, we're going to have world World War IV upstairs if you touch the balls together, so you're not supposed to do that. But he didn't. You know what? He didn't even say anything. He didn't say nothing. So this is his fault. How are
Exactly.
we supposed to know?
Totally agree.
Who has the rod right now?
The rod?
Where's the what?
All right, yeah,
The ring.
Is
The
it just
ring?
the ring now, or do we take it out?
No, everything's still put together. You just put it up against the glass, and the glass is shaking, and you can hear what's going on outside. And it definitely seems like there's gunfire happening.
But it's not. It doesn't seem to be getting stronger or anything, does it?
No, but
Or
just
does
sounds
it?
like gunshots and different types of weapons being used.
All right, can
There's
I?
definitely a
Okay.
handgun,
I think-
but something that sounds like some sort of AK-47.
I'm just
But,
gonna try adding some energy to it.
Sure, what do you do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna light it on fire.
Oh, the
That's
light.
my
Okay.
go-to.
You light the ring on fire, and it starts to shake even more, and the glass is now like really shaking in a very disturbing way. Like it could almost break, but the gunshots have stopped.
Eddie, try hitting the glass.
Yeah, you
With
throw a chair
what?
at it. There's chairs.
Throw something at it. Break it.
Okay. I'll try throwing a chair at it.
All
wanna
right,
get up under the
Anthony,
table
I'm
once
gonna
he
need you
does.
to do a force roll.
Okay.
Nice. You
Ooh.
throw it at the glass, and a crack appears.
Hit it again.
Yeah.
Again? Okay. Can I do it again?
Another force roll.
Oh.
Eddie, you have no luck points. So this time you throw it at the glass, and it bounces back and just cracks you on the face.
Ow.
I'm gonna give you angry. It doesn't hurt you, but it definitely pisses you off that you thought you had it easy, and it just like bounced back in your face. Yeah, you're pissed off about that. But you can try again. However, you now have a -1 to your roll.
Oh.
What? Come out and like Samantha, you're the one holding it up to the glass right now, and like start trying to like move it over towards where the crack we made, maybe the weak spot.
Yeah. And I'm adding more fire.
You know,
Sure.
while you're lighting it and we're like moving it over. Teamwork.
The crack starts to grow. As you do it, the crack starts to grow.
Okay.
However, it isn't shattering. It's just like splintering off.
Hell
We still
yeah, we're
hear
getting the
nothing.
hell out of Dodge.
Yeah,
What
we are.
happens if we like hit the glass with the ring? It seems to be like using energy, so maybe that energy can be transferred too.
Do you want to try?
I don't.
I have no body. Yeah, I know.
Does anyone want to try
We're in
this?
the same boat on
Fern
that
will
one.
try.
Okay.
All right. So Fern, you take the ring and you smash it up against even though the ring's vibrating, you smash it up against the glass piece where the crack is at its epicenter. This is going to be a you don't have force, so this is just gonna be a straight body roll. Sure. You slam it up against, and a little tiny piece of it chips out the other side. And so now you can actually there is straight up just a minuscule hole in this glass.
Oh, guys,
Ooh, we
guys,
should
I got a
shine-
piece out of it. I got a piece out of it.
Can we shine the orange light outside?
Sure. Do you want to try and do that?
Yeah.
All right. You shine the orange light outside, and now an orange light, even though the vast majority of it is a white light on a black wall, in the very center where that hole is a little orange light. However, as you do this, you notice that Jezebel is slowly fading. She isn't gone. She didn't poof. Jezebel is slowly fading.
Oh, oh no. Oh,
Fern, you look down, and your hand is see-through.
oh,
Oh, we broke the
no.
square. Oh no.
oh, maybe that was stupid.
No, it's okay. You're not going to fade away and die or anything. We just have to get the
I-
balls back.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. all the magic is leaking out of the hole. I cover the hole with my hands.
Sure. You cover the hole with your hands, and Fern slowly comes back into existence.
Okay, Eddie, you can't move.
However, Jezebel still a little transparent.
Okay. Okay, so it really we ain't been cured. So I guess this really is just like the only way to be not fading in this room.
Do we have any tape or anything?
Eddie,
I
as
mean, we
you
could
as
put-
you hold your hand over this glass, it you can feel it slowly cracking more. Whatever you guys did to it, it's only a matter of time before it completely shatters.
As it's cracking, can I like take the ring off the end of our pole quickly and try
Sure,
to
the
give
minute
it to
you-
Fern before she vanishes?
The minute you do, it stops vibrating and humming.
Mm.
And when you give it to Fern, what do you do with it?
She just holds it. What do you want me to do with this?
Maybe put it on your finger or something. They're connected. We can see the room where the balls
Okay,
were. So maybe
All right. I'm putting it on my finger.
Fern, you put it on your finger, you have no bones. You don't see a bone through it.
My bones! My bones are gone again.
it's okay. Maybe
I
just
got a
keep the
bone
ring.
next to me again.
and
Where
maybe-
did your
maybe-
bone show? You got a bone apple teeth.
I don't know. Okay, all right. Listen. If that all breaks and I disappear, just know that I'm not leaving you guys. Okay? If I can help it, I'm gonna try and signal you somehow. Okay?
Yeah, and we'll look for you in the cave. And if we can't find you in the cave, we're gonna look for you at your house. Okay?
Okay.
If you
We'll
keep
come
fading
find
with the
you.
ring on,
I don't know where we
Before we
are.
go-
I'll probably.
if you keep fading, just take the ring off and leave it for us because we could probably use it to save you.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know what to do.
I don't think there's anything we can do, but we got to get out of here. There were gunshots.
Okay. Well, maybe we could just we'll just escape. Okay. Because if I fade, I think I'm just gonna go back to the dark place, and you guys just gotta get out of here.
Where
We're not
will we
leaving
go?
you here.
Where will we be able to
Well,
find
then
you
you
at?
have to. If it's real bad and they come down here, you're gonna have to go. I
Okay,
think
but we
go.
should
Monster's
meet.
dead. I think he's dead. I think they killed him.
I feel like if you fade, you're gonna go to the cave again. Like we should go to the cave again. You fade?
Yeah, maybe. Well, wait. Isn't that where this was supposed to be? Isn't that what you saw on the other side of the pipe,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it was just all skeletons and stuff? Well, that's where I'm gonna be. I guess.
Yeah.
Me and my dog.
Okay.
Okay.
The glass starts cracking a little bit more.
Oh,
And Fern, you
Okay.
start to fade a little bit. And
All right.
Jezebel is completely gone now. Only
Okay,
you
well, there
see her.
goes-
Everyone else does not see Jezebel.
okay. There goes my dog. But I mean, she's still there. Here, just take the ring.
Yeah, and I'll pull it back off after I see it's not working.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give her a
Um,
hug.
Oh,
Samantha, you go to hug Fern and you hug her. And by the time you're done with the hug, Fern, you're gone. She's not there anymore, Samantha. You are literally hugging air. Fern, you're in a room that is black on the walls with a white floor. There is no box in the center. There was no one else there, but there is a hallway. A hallway that you didn't notice before when you were here last time.
is Jezebel there?
Jezebel's with you.
Guys?
You hear nothing.
All right, we're here again, Jizzy. So, time to do some detective stuff. You ready?
Jezebel just
Did you do anything?
looks at you and looks
Is
around
she
the
still
room and is like,
nervous?
Jezebel is no longer nervous. No.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Okay. So you calm down. That's good. So there's just a hallway.
Just the
And there's
hallway.
no- there's
Exactly
no
where
box?
the other hallway was. Exactly where the other hallway was.
Okay. All right. All right, girl. Go down this hallway. Can I roll? Can I investigate to see if there's anything else in the room that might prove useful, or is
In
it
this
really
starting room?
obvious? Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. Do an investigate roll. Let's see.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right? Of course.
You
That's
don't
fine
see nothing useful.
Okay.
It,
Right, well
nothing
then-
rings as being. No.
All right, Fern and Jezebel just go towards the hallway.
So you walk down the hallway, and it is exactly the same hallway you came through when you went to the room to begin with. When you come out the other side, whatever happened here, it is what appears to be the remnants of the room you walked through before, except the couches are flipped over, the table that was there, the coffee table is smashed, the bucket toilet that Eddie went to, that whole area is just crumpled pieces of wood, and the rag that was sort of the curtain is pulled down. The area that was the washing bit is flipped over, and the part that was essentially where the kitchen was is all torn down, and over all of it appears to be a layer of dust.
She swipes the counter.
Sure, it is thick. It is not like it hasn't been cleaned in a month, 2 months. It is years. It appears it hasn't been cleaned in years.
It's been abandoned for a real long time. I don't hear anything. It's like everything's just dead. I wonder if the fridge still works. And she goes over. She opens the fridge.
The fridge is not humming. You open the fridge, and inside is what appears to be the remnants of rotten food, but is so old that if it was rotten, at this point it is simply indistinguishable from dirt.
Mm. There's so everything is covered in like this layer of dust and grime. And it's dark.
You literally see your foot, you and Jezebel's footprints through this dust. It is dark, yes.
Okay. Let's just keep going. Let's see if we can get outside, girl.
Sure. You go to the door, you open up the door, and as you open it, you recognize a very familiar field, except it is no longer grass covered. It is covered with dirt and what appears to be mushrooms, ? And the road that was there is no longer there. And the sky, even though it is nighttime, is a weird orange color.
I doubt that's light pollution. I don't even hear anything outside. I don't hear. Does she hear bugs? Anything?
It is silent. There is no noise.
Damn, if this ain't the creepiest thing. It's like I stepped into a graveyard, but there ain't any graves. It's like just the whole thing is a grave. She plucks a mushroom.
Sure. Let's do an investigate as you pluck this mushroom. Let's see if you notice anything about it. I honestly can't tell which zero is which anymore.
Yeah. Nope, she just keeps rolling zero.
Yeah, you pick up a mushroom. It looks like a normal mushroom to you, but you don't know much about mushrooms. So it's just a mushroom.
Lots of fungus. Are they different colors? Are they, or just one
isn't the
singular
same
type of mushroom?
Nope.
Okay.
There's just patches of. It isn't like one mushroom together. It's like patches of mushrooms and things like different, like outlines of mushrooms on the ground, of where, like, and they're all pretty much right in front of the house. As you look further, it's just dirt. But there's some mushrooms right in front of the house in weird, like, shaped patches. You can keep looking around if you want and see if you discover something. Sure.
Yeah, she's just looking for any sign of life other than mushrooms.
Sure. Let's do another investigate.
Good luck.
Thanks.
No, you can't find anything else that looks like signs of life other than mushrooms. You can look for other things if you want. You can try and like.
She wants to look for tracks, like car tracks, animal tracks, like footprints.
Sure. Okay. All that
Anything
stuff.
like that.
Done. Let's do one more roll. Let's see if you find anything.
You got this.
Hey!
Yay!
All right.
Give me something.
Whoa! All right.
As you look around, you see no tire tracks. You see no footprints. You see none of that. But what you do see sticking out from the dirt near one of the patches of mushrooms is what appears to be a shoe, but like a business shoe.
What size is
You
it?
pull it. It's like a size 11. You pull it out, and as you pull it out of the ground, you look at the shoe, but underneath the shoe are bones in the dirt.
What kind of bones?
At this point,
Just looks like bones.
just like it's. I will assume that since you've seen it earlier, it is definitely a foot bone.
She picks
They're
up the bone.
bones, feet bones. Yeah, you pick up the bones, and like as you pick up a bone, you definitely recognize it as like, oh, this looks very similar to the other toe bone we found earlier.
Wow, this is just like in the cave.
She puts it back, and then she puts the shoe over it, and she says,
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I hope you're resting in peace.
So what do you do? You're completely alone.
The first thing she does is just, she doesn't scream, but she yells at the top of her lungs, "Hey! Anybody?"
From up over the hill, you hear a reply, "I've been waiting for you." So we cut back to Eddie, Clarence, and Samantha. The three of you are in a room now without Fern. Fern is gone. And so is Jezebel. And the glass is starting to crack more and more to the point where you could literally walk through it, or you could wait until it completely shatters. It's your guys' call.
I'll go ahead and walk through.
Sure.
I'm out of here. I'm out.
I don't see any reason to wait.
Yeah, you guys walk through, and the glass is still shattering behind you as you walk through. And you are now in this bigger room. What do you do?
We
Clarence
hear
is
nothing.
going to-
You hear nothing. The gunshots or whatever you heard earlier has stopped.
Yeah, they were there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my piece that I still have.
You do have a piece. You're absolutely right. I think it's hilarious you didn't use that to defend yourself earlier, but whatever.
I was waiting to see.
You definitely have your piece.
And
yeah.
Can we fit the ring on the end of the gun?
That's what I want to do. I want to put the ring on the
yes.
tip of the gun and see.
Yes.
See if I got like a laser pointer.
You try to fit the ring on the end of the gun, but it does not fit. No.
Yeah, like the sight's in the way or something. I got you.
These guns aren't deadly enough.
Make it into a super gun.
Yeah.
You've made a laser. No, it doesn't fit at all. No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull that out and like look towards the direction that we came in at.
Sure. You guys walk down it. You don't see anything. It's a long hallway, so you don't see anything necessarily at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, I'll continue. Go that way.
Sure.
You guys are down.
Yeah, you walk down the hallway, and when you come out the other end, you see the once peaceful room that you would walk through now completely torn asunder. The chairs are flipped, the table is smashed, the place where Eddie went to the bathroom or was going to go to the bathroom, the curtains ripped, and the bucket is torn to pieces. The All the laundry stuff is broken apart. The kitchen area is ripped down. Yeah, it looks very similar, question mark, to Fern's situation.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
open
it's
the
not like
fridge.
You open the fridge and there is food in the fridge, but it's the fridge is like not on anymore. Are you
this
gonna
is
try
like
and
this
take
is
food?
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You take some food.
Wait,
Is this bullet hole damage or just like decay?
Let's see if you know what the hell a bullet hole looks like.
Okay.
Or notice. Yeah. Clarence, let's do an investigate. Yeah, there are bullet
Whoa.
holes everywhere, dude.
Nice.
There are bullet
Okay.
holes everywhere.
All right. So this is definitely a gunfight. We didn't like transform or go into a different dimension or anything. As far as
Nope,
we know.
a gunfight occurred.
Is there blood or is it just the bullet holes that we can see?
You can detect no blood. However, there are bullet holes, and because you rolled 3, I'll let you know that most of them came from the outside in.
Okay.
So the
It's
windows
just
are all shut up, the doors all shut up. Yeah,
go up to the front of the door and like peek out.
sure. You look outside and you notice that there are 5, 6 men in suits, laying on the ground, bleeding out. And standing over them are several other people in suits, men and women in suits, who are trying to resuscitate them, but they just can't. And a young lady on a phone, on a big, like, 80s portable phone, like a giant walkie-talkie, talking to someone near a car.
We don't see Alistair. Or I'm looking to see if I can see him.
Alistair's nowhere to be seen.
Oh God.
And I like turn back around and like, there's a bunch of people in suits out here, and guys are shot on the ground. What do we do?
okay, this is bad.
What? Where's the British guy? Where are the
I don't
balls?
see him.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the balls are gone. Alistair's gone. What do? Do you go outside?
There's
There
no
are
other
many-
exit.
I don't know. You'd have to search for another exit if there was one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I should investigate to see if there's another exit. We didn't see one, but
Yeah, you can
I'll
always investigate.
okay.
try to help
Where do you want to look? Where's the investigation that you want to? Where do you want to focus?
I mean, if there's another
I'll give you
entrance-
3 investigations before the people in suits enter the building. So you have 3, not 3 chances, there's 3 locations to look at. So where do you want to look at first? What's the first place you want to check out?
Are we assisting you or is this sir?
Right now this is Samantha, but
Okay.
let's I mean, unless Samantha says, "Hey, let's find a way out of here."
How specific are the locations that we're looking at? Like, do I have to say by the poop bucket or?
Yeah, pretty much. Like by the kitchen, by the makeshift bathroom, by the laundry area, by the living room. Those are the 4 major areas.
Where do you guys think an exit would be? I'm gonna bring everybody into this conversation.
An
I'm gonna
exit?
find an exit.
Well,
Yeah.
probably not in the. It could be something behind the refrigerator, maybe, or maybe like in another room. I doubt it's going to be in here, right? You would want to run away from the door to escape, right?
That's true. What do you think? Was there anything in the hallway? Do you think the hallway?
Eddie, did you see anything when you went to the bathroom?
Just a bucket and a curtain.
Okay, I guess we'll check the kitchen first, and then the
Sure.
hallway, and then the back room.
So you go to the kitchen, and if you'll give me an investigation roll.
Oh, come on, buddy. Sorry, I feel like. Nope, that is crashed. Nope, that whole thing is crashed. Let's
Yeah, mine did
see.
too.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I had to start it up again.
Okay. So
What
I'm
was the
gonna
other-
talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna restart roll 20.
Sure.
Say, what were the other areas you mentioned? Maybe Clarence could go off and check one of those areas while you're checking
Oh,
this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, the other areas are the bathroom area, the
Mm.
kitchen, the living room, and the area with the laundry.
I'm going to go to the laundry because we haven't been in there yet.
Of course. So yeah, do a roll for that. Let's do an investigate.
Don't got any luck left, but come on, 8 die. Come on.
You can do it.
Okay. 1.
So here's one thing you notice. The laundromat bucket thing, laundromat, whatever it is, the bucket that he like the big bin that he uses to store the water for when he washes was flipped over, but it appears to have been used as some sort of shield against gunfire. The bottom of it is riddled with bullet holes that have not gone out the other side. So definitely it was used by Alistair to protect himself. And it was not moved from he didn't use it to move from one end of the room to another.
Okay. So it's like he came in here and picked up and defended himself.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe
They're like the
he's-
actual. I was gonna say they're like the machines in the room, like the washing machine or the dryer.
There is no washing machine. This is one of those like he would use a like a
Oh,
a
yeah,
washing
yeah.
board.
Yeah, you're talking about the
to
washing
scrub
board.
out the dirt. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking like anything like to open up and look inside.
So maybe
There's nothing
it's-
to open up and look inside in this particular part of the room.
Gotcha. That was a
the
big one.
water run anywhere weird?
The floor is wet, and you definitely let's roll for this. Let's see if you notice
Okay.
this. Do an investigation.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah, the water rolls down towards where the bathroom was.
Okay.
All right.
So maybe it's in there.
Check out the bathroom. Yeah.
The floor's
Yeah.
lower that way.
Okay.
So you walk down over there, and Clarence, give me an investigate roll. Let's see if you notice something.
No, I do not.
You don't notice nothing. Samantha, do you notice anything about the water? Give me an investigate as well.
Yeah.
Sure. You notice that the
Yeah.
water is, well, it should be pooling in this square room. It is not pooling in this square room. Give me a comprehend roll.
Yeah, get it.
That's because it is
Wow.
going under something, and you definitely recognize it as going under the wall. So this is not a wall at all. It is a door. So the question is, how do you get inside?
Yeah. I don't see nothing. Wish I could help you.
Eddie, you've been over here. Do you have any information? Do you know what, like you've been here, you know what was in this area? There was the bucket, there was the curtain. It
Yeah.
appears that over here is a ripped curtain, a smashed bucket, and the rod that the bucket and the rod that the curtain was on. Is there anything that you can offer to help them? Do you want to use brute strength? Is there anything you can do?
I mean, does she tell us that that wall is actually a door?
Do you, Samantha?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't push it. Like I'll push on the wall. See, I just want to see if there's any give to it.
Sure. Do for me, if you will, a body roll, and we'll do force. Sure, there is definitely some give on that wall.
Mm-hmm.
As you push, it moves, but it appears to be latched in some way.
But I can't see a latch. It's probably on the inside then.
Probably.
Now that this has been pointed out to Clarence, can I investigate or anything to try to figure out?
Hell yeah, give me a roll.
All right. Got 2.
Yeah. You
Wow.
look around and you notice up by the railing of where the curtain was that out of all of these screws that have screwed it into the wall, one of the screws looks a little bit different.
Okay. So like if I can reach up and kind of like try to turn it with my hand maybe, or even try to push it, just try to mess with it, see if anything happens.
Sure. You push it and the door pops open. Standing in front of you is a man in a business suit. A man you recognize as the other Alistair Wolf. And he looks at you and smiles and says, "Well, isn't this convenient?" And that is where we're going to end for today.
And I punch him in the nose.
That is where we'll end today.
Oh my god.
And I guess that's how we'll wrap it up. But let's give shout outs to those who deserve them, because all of you are awesome. First off, we'll go to Ken. Ken, what's happening with you this week, my dude?
Maine. Well, you guys can find me at CinnamonToastKen across the board, YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. Well, CinnamonToastKen on Twitter. But this weekend on Sunday, I have a D&D campaign I've been running with some friends for about a year, and we're going to have our last episode this coming Sunday. So if you guys want to see us have a big odd boss fight like you have to do at the end of campaigns, and that's what we'll be doing.
Wow.
It'll be Sunday at 7 p.m. Central.
Awesome. Watch that to watch Ken. I assume die. I assume die is what's going to happen.
I'm doing the
That's at
killing.
the end of every campaign, right?
No, I meant literally like as the players murder you live on stream. Elspeth,
Yeah.
what's going on with you this week?
This week is actually going to be pretty special. So it's I'm having my birthday stream, which is July 14th on Saturday. And I'm going to be doing a pretty big stream. It's going to be like 12 hours or so, maybe longer. I don't know, but I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for my moderators who have never gone to TwitchCon. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser so they can get there this year. So for like the first time ever for them. So that is what I will be doing. I'm going to be concentrating on getting ready for the big stream on Saturday. So if you want to swing by, it's gonna be my birthday, but it's really not. That's not the focus this year. I want it to be for the mods. So
Nice.
Yo, that's super cool. That's great.
yeah.
Unlike Ken, who is just going to murder his friends in glorious combat, you're doing something nice.
I love that. That's how us like streamers and YouTubers like spend our birthdays, is making content for people.
Pretty much what it is. Mr. Pimp to Octo, what are you doing?
Well, nothing quite so magnanimous as raising money for my mods, but I'm streaming Chrono Trigger because I'm getting ready for Octopath Traveler, which is very exciting because that comes out on Friday. I'm very much looking forward to that. I don't know. That's it. Nothing fun. Ignore me. I have nothing useful to contribute ever. If my role playing as this character has indicated anything, I never have anything useful to contribute. So,
lastly, Morgan Webb, what's going on? Give us the spiel as usual. Hit us with it. Hit us with publicity.
Because mostly what I do is work. So this is like my little break, my sort of work approved little streaming, break, so I can go stream and hang out with people. Bonfire Studios, bonfirestudios.com. We're a super awesome independent game developer that you should check out.
Cool. Still hiring at /careers? Is that the?
We are going to be hiring for a long, long time. We are a growing studio, so hit us up.
Cool. For me, this coming week is CoxCon, so I'm off to the UK.
Oh yeah.
I'm off to Old Blighty.
Nice.
It's going to be great, but probably means no show next week, but hopefully the week after. I will be. Oh man, boy, should I have not ended on such a cliffhanger if you have to wait 2 weeks. Sorry, y'all. I didn't really think that through.
Worst.
No, it's all good. Everyone's just going to imagine me punching him in the face.
Yeah, that's the
For
end.
2 weeks straight. It's just gonna be that one scene, just Groundhog Day in it.
So yeah, that's coming up. So the next 4 days are going to be me working as hard as possible and not really sleeping. So that should be just swell. And but then I'll be in London for a while, and then I'll eventually come back. But yeah, so that's it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.